Okay, after some fits and starts, we finally got this U-bolt in there. And I started out with nuts and washers here, thinking it needed to be clamped there. Well, as you can see, you run out of thread, so you don't need a nut there. So I took that back off. And I was able to get the two nuts in there with flat washers and copious amounts of red Loctite, top and bottom. Got them both going the same way. And then for the outside, I just put the big nut that I got from the spring shop and a jam nut on top of it. No Loctite necessary. Those are not going anywhere. Hope I don't jinx myself saying that. And then as far as this wheel alignment goes, I gauged the gap in here and in here using a 1-inch socket, and it would just kind of barely rattle around each side. And then to double check it, I took a framing square, put it along this face, and eyeballed down to the next housing, and it was pointing just about right, the same distance out as it was from this housing. So that's about what I have to go with, and I don't know if I'm doing this according to the instructions, because I asked Wood-Mizer for instructions on how to do this, which you can get. It's an instruction sheet on replacing the bearings, which Ace Mechanic did before I got this, and I just hope he got this right. Seems pretty good. I'm of course going to make sure that there's oil in there, but crossing my fingers, hoping this is as it should be. And we're going to start putting all get the drive pulley. I do not have the new belt yet. As you can see, that's what's the term, wearing thin, as in you can see through it. But if I don't have it, I don't have it, and I'm tired of waiting on parts from Wood-Mizer. I guess everyone's going through the same thing. They couldn't get that bolt to me in a reasonable amount of time, so I had one made at a spring shop, and I don't have the instructions from them for this for some reason. And they were supposed to send me a operator's manual, which has the setup procedure. You have to set this thing up once you get it squared away and in good shape, and it takes a good hour and a half to do all that. You got to align the head, you got to measure the blades distance off of the bed rails, you got to align the guide rollers. You got to align them this way, and that way. You got to do them both that way, and you got to make sure that they're secure, which this is not, thanks to Ace Mechanic. So I still have quite a bit to do on this, but at least it seems that I've got that squared away. The problem is going to be, I've got to put all this stuff back on there. All this, the brake drum, put the gearbox back in place. I've got to get this all wired up, and that's no small feat. I need to get a wiring diagram from Wood-Mizer. It'd probably take 3 months to get here though, so we're gonna see what happens. If you like this kind of content, don't forget like and subscribe, and be of good cheer, and thanks for watching.